A very good morning to Computer Science Patines. So let us start our today's lecture. Today we will be reading out some functions, inbuilt functions, mathematical. Okay, so let us start our lecture. First function is ABS, absolute function, that will return the absolute value of the given number. So whatever value you are passing inside as an argument, in this particular function, absolute function, it will give the positive value of it. If you are giving minus 12, it will give 12. If you are giving minus 12.4, it will return 12.4. And if you are passing a positive number, that definitely it will return positive only. Okay, next function is div mod. This is a combination of actually division, means it will give you answer quotient as well as remainder both. So div is for the division and mod is for the remainder. Okay, so div mod is the next function. So it will take two arguments and it will return a pair of number only. Okay, so when you are giving 7 divided by 2, so quotient will be given first, separated by a comma, and then the remainder. Okay, you can divide the floating point numbers also with the help of the same function. So 7.25 divided by 2.5 will give you this quotient and this remainder. Okay, so next function is sum function. So what it will do, it will sum iteratively. Why the word iteratively is being used? Because whenever we start adding two numbers together, we take first two numbers, whatever the result comes out, we add that result to the next number. So firstly 3 plus 2 will be added, 3 and 2 will be added, so you will get 5. 5 plus 4 is 9. Okay, so if you are using a tuple or a list, it will be implementable on each and everything. Okay, so this was your list items, so they were added up together like this only. So this will add your tuples also, so whatever elements you are giving inside it, that will also be added up in the same way. Firstly these two will be added, whatever result you will get will be added to this particular thing. Okay, so similarly if you are giving this way various arguments, means one argument you are giving as your list and another one is the independent element as an argument inside this sum function, so that will also be added. Firstly 3 plus 2 5, 5 plus 4 9, so 9 will be added to 5, that will give you 14. Okay, similarly can be done for the floating type addition as well. It will hardly make any difference whether the number is your floating point or decimal point. Okay, next function is your max function. So what is this max function doing? It will return the largest number or the item among the sequence that you are passing on. Okay, so if you are passing two lists like this, so maximum of, means out of these two which one is the maximum, so it selects the, it takes the criteria like this. It will take the list that begins with the higher value as the maximum out of the two given. Okay, so the first number is 7 here and the first number is 3 here, so it will compare the first number only, so it will consider 7 as maximum and will return it like this. Okay, so if you take this example, so these were your lists and these are your tuples. So again the same criteria will be implemented. First value of different things will be compared and then it will say this one is the maximum. Okay, but in case you are passing a single list or single tuple, in that case all the elements inside these particular data type will be compared and then the maximum among out of these will be given as output. Like you want to give maximum out of these all, so 10 is the maximum, so it will return 10. Okay, similar is the case here. This list you are passing and no other argument is there, only it will be considered a single argument. So here we have two arguments, this is a single argument. Okay, and single argument, that too in the terms of lists. This is your tuple and this is your list. Okay, so this is one single argument, so maximum number inside this list is this. Okay, so you will get output 27. Okay, Similarly, min function will work, but there is some error printing. It should be the lower value. So minimum function will return the minimum, the list that is starting from the minimum number that will be taken as your minimum one. Okay, so if you compare 3 comma 5, then you will get 3 as the minimum number. If you compare these two arguments, so list starting with the lowest number will be considered your minimum number list. Okay, so this will be returned if you will compare the two. So here higher is letter, you need to write it, lower value is returned. Okay, similar is the case here. These two arguments are given and you are supposed to extract out the minimum one. So 7 is greater than 3, so 3 is minimum, so this will be the output. Again, lowest among all these is 10, so 10 is the output. Similarly, if you want to take it from this particular list, so 10 will be returned. Okay, now this oct integer and hex integer, it will return the octal string for the given number, whatever string you are given. Okay, n is 24, so octal version of 24 is this, and hexadecimal version of 24 is this. Okay, so you can use these particular functions in the program as well wherever they are required. Okay, so what this program says, let us study this program. Write a program that inputs a real number and converts it into the nearest integer using two different built-in functions. This it also displays the given number rounded off to 3 places after decimal. Okay, so firstly it will ask you to give a floating point number. Okay, that will be stored in num variable, and then that particular variable will be converted, that floating point variable will be converted into integer by this typecasting. This is called typecasting. You are changing the data type of num variable which was having a float value to integer type, and then you are storing it in tnum. Okay, and through this round off, what you are doing, you are rounding off the given number. That number that you have taken from the user will be rounded off using this round function. Okay, so we are trying to print what you can see. The output is given on the next page, so I will show you simultaneously when I will be demonstrating it further. So firstly, number and num. Okay, number is what it is referring to tnum, and num is referring, number will be printed as it is. Okay, then number num is this number is converted into integer in two ways, so tnum and rnum. Okay, tnum will give you the integer version of the given number, and rnum will give you the rounded version. Okay, so you can see here input given is this number by the user, and this number can be converted in integer mein, so it will be 5 only, and when you round it off, so it will give you 6. Okay, but if you are rounding it off up to 3 places, 3 decimal places, okay, so it will give you answer like this. If you are rounding it off to 3 decimal places, so it will be 556. Okay, if it is more than 5, then this particular digit will be upgraded. Okay, so this is your output for the above function or program. Okay, so now let us study Python's various string functions. So using this string and attaching a particular function along with the things, you will be able to do multiple things of your convenience. Okay, so string you will be passing, and you will be using this join function, so it will help you to join various things together. See, we will be studying out these three functions: join function, split function, and replace function. What are these three functions? Join function, split function, and replace function. We'll be better understanding it with the help of the given examples. So let us study them one by one. So this is your string. Whatever is written with the help of double quotes is your string. So syntax was string dot join, and whatever the string iterable you want to give, you can give here. Okay, so what you are doing, so you are passing this star and join it with hello. So what it will do, it will separate each alphabet of this string with this particular string. So after writing H, it will put star, E, hello may every word will be separated by this particular string. So it is joining two strings together, and one after another it will put this string in between. Okay, I hope it is clear. So if you are taking three stars together and you are using this string trial, so every alphabet will be separated by this particular string. Okay, so you're joining these two strings together like this. Okay, another example, if you are taking input here, list you are taking. Okay, here what you are taking, a particular word, or we can say few characters. Okay, but here what you are trying to combine, you are combining a string that is $$ with the elements of the list. So once this element is written, this will put $2, then hello it will put. Okay, like this it will go on. Fine. Next example is next example is next example is like, if you want to join this particular string with this list, so how it will look like, trial, then these three hashes, then hello, then these three hashes, and then the next. Okay, next is, if you want to join this with this particular tuple, see problem is what, all the things written inside this join function should be a string. Okay, so 1 2 3 is a number, this is not a string. How do I identified it? It is identified by how it has been not put inside a double quote, so it will be an error. Sequence must contain all strings. Okay, so this is not a string, so it will give an error. So if you want to use this particular function, join function, so everything written inside this join function should be written inside double quotes, then only it will be acceptable. Okay, so your next function is str.split. So this particular function will help you to split. Okay, if your split element is written inside it, then it will use that particular element, otherwise also it will split it like this. If you are giving this string and along with it you are attaching this split function, so wherever it will have this blank space, it will split the strings in different parts like this. So I space love space Python, using this split function will be split, like wherever it is getting space in between, it will split it in different parts. Okay, even if you are not giving anything inside it, or you are giving this white space within double quotes like this, then also you will get the same output. Okay, but if you are trying to do something different, you want to split on the basis of this particular alphabet. Wherever you find O in the given string, you want to split there. So here it will ignore the blank spaces inside. Okay, I love Python, so firstly we'll get O here. Okay, so it will give you I, L together. There can be space, there is no problem, but it will split when it will get this O. Okay, so we'll be using this feature in encryption and decryption also. We'll be using this join function and split function to encrypt and decrypt. I'll let you know a program is there that is quite interesting. So firstly understand this concept, then we'll be able to understand that part also. So O, it will be split here, then VE, Python, everything will come up to H. Here again it will make a new part, and that will be N. Okay, I hope it is clear to you. So it will split on the basis of this particular character that you have given as a string inside this split function. Okay, next function is your replace function. So what you are trying to do, you are passing a string dot this function replace function. Now you are giving the instruction wherever you get this string Python inside the given string, replace it with programming. Okay, I love Python. Python is now replaced by the string programming. So what is to be searched and what is to be replaced after it? Okay, then these two things you need to pass. Okay, what is to be searched and what is to be replaced. So Python is to be searched and it should be replaced with programming. Now let us see one program that I was talking about. See, this particular program, I'm just reading out the aim. Write a program that inputs a main string and then creates an encrypted string by embedding a short symbol based string after each character. So what we are trying to do, we will put a particular character like we were doing in earlier case also, like hello we have seen, na? Here what we were doing, we were putting a particular character after every character of this particular string. We are putting hello, right? So if you want to send this message to your friend, okay, and you put some additional things inside it, so it will be a illusion for someone. See, you said I have written hello, and hello is a combination of 5 alphabets, but what you are sending this, so it somebody may get confused. Okay, instead of this symbol, if you put a everywhere, see HAEA, so nobody will be able to get the thing clearly. Okay, so we'll be using this technique to do encryption. What is encryption? Encryption is to make the text secure. You might have seen end-to-end encryption in your WhatsApp also. So what is this encryption doing? It is converting, or it is encoding, I must say, it is converting the given text into a format which is not understandable by the user who is looking at it otherwise. Okay, so we have defined here two functions. One is your encrypt function and second is your decrypt function. So this string you are giving, like hello you have written, and what text you are inserting inside, okay, that will be your key. Okay, so str is your text, that hello you want to say to your friend, and what additional characters you want to put inside it. Like I have given this example again, like 3 stars you want to put inside. You want to send message trial, but you are putting these 3 characters unnecessarily to create an illusion, okay, to encrypt it. Okay, you can write anything like ABC, 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 AAA, whatever the pattern you want to put, you can put it inside. Okay, AZP, something like to confuse someone, so that actual message should be hidden inside it. Okay, so this is your actual message and this is your key. Okay, so for encryption purposes, we will be considering this your string that is to be encrypted, that is to be encoded, so that this may not be available for the user to read and to know what you are trying to send, and this particular string will be known as your key. Okay, so again we'll getting back. So we were trying to put this string and this key. Okay, this is hello and this is the star. Okay, so this function will take it, and what it will do, it will join the string. See that this is the same function we are using, the join function. Here you put star, here you put hello. So what it will do, H star, E star, L star, L star, O. Fine, it will do it like that. Now decryption, what it will do, split function you have read. What split was doing, wherever that particular character has been encountered, it splits it. Okay, so if you are putting additional star, means your H star, E star. Okay, let me write it like for you, like you are writing H. Okay, and then you are putting star, then hello mein HE, then you are putting star. Okay, so this key is your star. Okay, and this str is your hello. Fine. So this is your hello. What it will do, H star, E star, then L star, L star, O star, after the O there will be no star. So what here we are trying to do, so here again you are passing the same key that you have passed earlier. Okay, from where you will get, these are the two function definitions. Okay, these are two function definitions. Functions are here actually. This is your encrypt function, this is your decrypt function. So this is your main string, and who is passing this main string? The user will give it. We have written two input functions. Okay, enter main string, so main string you will be entering and that will be stored in main string. Okay, then enter encryption key also user is passing what you want to insert. So what, see here what main string is, hello. Okay, this is hello and this is your star. Fine. So now main string is hello and encryption key is star. Okay, now this function call is coming. We will go to the function definition. So this function definition has got two arguments, that is hello and star. Then what it will do, it will join, using this join function will be used, and it will join and it will make H star, E star, L star. Okay, then L star again and then O. Okay, fine. So once you have encrypted, after encryption it will return function, return we are using statement here. So whatever this is the result of encryption. Okay, now this will be returned where? Here only. From here the call was made, so here it will return back. Okay, and then decryption. This is again, it is now after encryption it will go to decryption. Okay, now again this function call is there, it will take it to here. Okay, now function decryption will do its work. So your STR is, see here NTTR whatever you have encoded. Okay, hello has been returned here and it has been stored here, hello, this format of hello. Okay, this is now inside it. Fine. Now this hello encoded hello encrypted hello is inside it. Now this we are passing here because we want to get the original message back. Some additional things we have put inside it na. So now this hello is passed here, and your key again, what is the key? See, same key. Here it was star na, this was star. Okay, जो extra लगाया वही तो remove करना है अब. So you added this star extra inside your message. Now what extra is to be removed? Star only. So now you are passing this string and you are telling कि this is extra, इसको हटा दो इसमें से. Fine. So when this function call comes, you are passing this वाली string here. Okay, and the key is your star only. Okay, now it will do splitting. जहाँ पे भी स्टार मिलेगा इसमें वो क्या कर देगा, उसको स्प्लिट कर देगा. So what actually you will get back? HELLO. The star will be removed. You have seen it here also. जहाँ पे भी O मिलता है वहाँ स्प्लिट कर देता है. तो जहाँ पे भी स्टार मिलेगा वो भी तो स्प्लिट कर देगा ना. So यहाँ O मिला तो एक स्ट्रिंग ये हो गई, नेक्स्ट स्ट्रिंग ये हो गई, एंड नेक्स्ट इज दिस. सो यहाँ पे पहली बार जब स्टार मिला तो पहली स्ट्रिंग क्या आ गई? H. सेकेंड जब स्टार मिला तो दूसरी स्ट्रिंग क्या आ गई? E. ओके, नेक्स्ट क्या आ जाएगी? L एंड फाइनली यू विल गेट O. ओके, बट देयर इज नाउ अगेन वी नीड टू जॉइन इट. ओके, putting the space wherever it was required. Okay, now you will print it and you will get the, firstly we are printing the encrypted string, it was inside this. Okay, this will get printed here and this will get printed here. Okay, after this has done this particular, it will return it here only. Okay, I hope it is clear to you. Fine. So main string, here he has taken my main string, and what key he has taken? I have taken star and he has taken dollar, and here I have taken hello. Fine, I hope it is clear to you, and finally you will get the result similar type of. So you should do this practical and observe it, whatever output you are getting. Thank you, Vita.